Hotapu, today's video is going to be a quick and precise conversation on what is religion. Now, I'm describing it from the point of view of a giver. There are two kinds of people in the world. There are givers and there are takers, and they're very different. They have very distinct ways of seeing the world and being in the world. And I'm describing the way in which givers see religion, how Africans and Aborigines of Australia and how Native Americans see the divine. And I want to collapse this conversation, this philosophical conversation of religion, which can be a big conversation, under 10 minutes. So let's dive right in. The first thing to be clear on is what is the purpose of religion. Its purpose is to keep humans, that means me, you, and all people, in harmony and balance with the whole. To keep us in harmony with the universal whole. Now, how is this to be done? The way it's done by givers is to connect them with their original true nature, which is what? Androgeneity. Yes, your original state is androgynous, meaning it's neutral. It's not bound by left or right, or hot or cold, or male or female. It is beyond duality. It is that which contains duality. So, one could say being androgynous means you are committed to possibilities, not duality. You are without ego because when you are androgynous, you're not committed to being male or female. You're not bound by those categories. You're free. You're able to allow the possibilities of any duality coming your way. So, one could say androgynous people are spiritual, most like the Creator, able to be flexible, and to go into any possibility. From that, we have to focus now on what is the target of religion. It is your mind. Now, let's be clear how the Egyptians defined mind. The word for mind is ab. Some may pronounce it O. So we'll say ab here because the sound ah is actually a mantra, a heka, for the heart center. The ab, which is your heart, refers to your mind's awareness of heart connections. It's called the intelligence of the heart. And they've discovered in modern science that the heart has its own cognitive nervous system, meaning it thinks without the brain. It can think beside the brain. And if you want to get more about this, there's a great site called heartmath.com where you have all the research of how the heart actually thinks on its own and has its own way of knowing things. So we're talking about a kind of knowledge of self. Religion brings you the connection to the whole, and that you are an androgynous being of potentiality. You are potential, not this or that, but that which can create this or that, and that your mind from your heart is the target of religion. So, what did they put in the mind in Egypt? How do you program the mind? How do you coach the mind to be religious? Through science. That's right, I said it. Through science. The Egyptians said, you must train the initiates in the formulas of science from the heart, where they learn and connect to the laws of nature, the formulas of science, with heart, putting their heart into it. Now, what's in your heart? The most important part of your heart is your conscience. So one could say religion connects you to the whole by giving you the possibility of connecting to the laws of nature with conscience. Imagine having an army of scientists with conscience. Now you can begin to see how the Egyptians built their empire, how they had technology that we can't even rival today, how they built these wonders of the world without harming the environment, without ruining the souls of the people, and keeping things in balance with the whole. It was their religion from the heart that did this. Now, what is the methodology of training and coaching the mind in the science of nature to release the potential of maintaining the whole in balance? It was shamanic pictures, what we call hieroglyphs. So, a hieroglyph is basically a picture. And we would have the initiate, the student, simply sit there and stare at a picture until he connected with that picture, shamanically. By shamanic, I mean energetically. Not just sitting there dead cold looking at the image, but invoking energy with a rattle, with incense, with light and colors, with sounds. And in our system of the Golden Beetle, we use a lot with sound. So you stare at a picture because the word for language is ndu nter, which means the words of God. The hieroglyphs are the words of the Creator. So by staring at the word, which is a picture, in a shamanic ecstatic state, you will become a religious person. At the same time, a scientist. So, these are the key components of religion. So, if we go back and track what we said, the first point was that a religion connects humans with the whole. If you know of a religion that does not connect us with each other in harmony and balance, and with nature, if you are following a religion that does not require as its tenet that you connect to nature, it's not a giver's religion. If you have a religion or know of one that does not celebrate your egolessness or your androgeneity, but hones you into one corner or the left, a certain type of person, a certain gender, a certain race, a certain belief system, if they're separating you into parties and this corner versus that corner, you are aware of a taker's religion. If you know of any religions at all that do not train their followers in science as the way to discover the divine, if it's about hoping or having simple faith and things you can't quantify, things you can't prove scientifically and objectively, then you are following a taker's religion. And if you have a religion, or know of one, that does not focus you on images, visual pictures, drawings, the imagination, because the divine speaks always in symbol. It could be in a dream, it could be in a vision, an epiphany. When the Supreme is speaking to you within yourself, it's always visual, isn't it? So if you know of a religion or follow one that focuses you on words, not pictures, on sermons and talks, and not images and meditation, then you are following or know of a taker's religion. And if they don't have you work on shamanic energy, how to use vibration and music and sound and movement to get all of you, your body, your soul, your mind, all engaged in the act of worship. If you're just sitting there hearing someone talk you to death, pretty much, then you have just discovered a taker's religion. So, many philosophers over many millennia have striven, or tried, to explain what is religion. And hopefully in 10 minutes or less, I was able to explain to you how givers define it. It's very precise, very simple, and very clean to follow. So, Dwawu for your ear. Long live the gatekeepers of Egypt, the gay black men of Egypt. Long live Hapi, Lord of the gay black men of Egypt. And long live my beloved gay community and this planet. Hotep.